Tomorrow morning, the sun will be shining, the birds will be singing, and anyone will be able to legally download instructions to 3D print their own fully functional plastic gun.
And if you're watching this, it's because I've turned state's witness, because I'm in danger, because I know too much.
How dangerous are 3D printed guns? If you look at a lot of mainstream and left-leaning outlets right now, you might get the impression that you can print off a fully functioning AR-15 and just start blasting away. But it turns out it's not that simple. I'm Anders Hagstrom, and these are the facts. The guy at the center of this debate is Cody Wilson. He came up with a downloadable design for a 3D printed gun, and for that invention, Wired magazine labeled him one of the 15 most dangerous people in the world. But let's look at what these guns actually are and when it might be legal to print one. How practical are these weapons? Not very. First, you need to own a 3D printer, which is already in the thousands of dollars for a cheap one.
This is someone's ear.
This would be printed to be someone's ear.
Oh my goodness.
And then when you finally get the finished product, the plastic gun can shoot maybe once or twice. Now, some have brought up that there are 3D printers that can use metal, potentially making a far more effective gun. And they're right. But fortunately, a metal-capable 3D printer costs at least $100,000. That's a lot pricier than other methods of getting an illegal firearm. But back to the plastic guns. Are they undetectable? The vast majority aren't. And that's because most designs use some metal component provided by a traditional weapons manufacturer. So if they're detectable, ineffective, and expensive, why do they need to be banned? It's always been legal for Americans to make their own firearms at home.
Not to worry, I have a permit.
This just says I can do what I want.
The argument is that the printer makes it a lot easier, and so potential mass shooter might take advantage of it, but we're seeing that that's not really the case. A plastic gun that costs a few $1,000s and can shoot once is never going to outpace a criminal obtaining a real firearm illegally. Now let's take a look at a few of your comments. Larry Moore commented on our QAnon video, "You really missed the boat by a solar system or two on your Q remarks. Just wait." Well, Larry, I don't know if that's true. If you're paying attention, there's actually more reports saying that it's more and more likely that QAnon is actually just a leftist prank on a lot of Trump supporters, so maybe you should just wait. All right, Brian Robinson and Stephen Reagan say we should just start a second civil war to get rid of the Democrats. Well, Steve and Brian, I don't know if that's a good idea. The first civil war was kind of bloody, didn't go very well. I don't think a second civil war would go very well either. So I'm gonna go no on that one. Bill Gibbs says, "Who is David Hogg?" Well, Bill, if you're lucky enough not to know yet, I'm not going to tell you. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to like our page, The DCNF Presents the Facts, and go over to our friends pages over at American Voices and The Daily Caller.